All right, Jada. Back in January, you announced you were returning to Tennessee for your final hurrah. What was the determining factor behind that decision?
So really, it was based off of if I got drafted in January.
Mm-hmm.
And so my backup plan, because you can enter the draft for soccer, and you have 2 days after the draft to decide if you want to go back to college and use your eligibility or not. And so I decided that it was probably smartest to just take advantage of that eligibility since I was still rehabbing and not 100% yet.
Yeah, speaking of the rehab, third ACL tear, I've researched where you said this was probably the most painful process. Could you explain why?
Yeah, I'd say probably because I've never used my hamstring tendon. Past two, I used my patella tendon, which is like within the knee, and I use my hamstring tendon, which is obviously using a part of my hamstring. And so it's just like more of the back of the knee pain that I have, and it's just like getting through that initial phase of pain and fighting through it and just like, hoping it gets better. And so that's kind of like the big why. It just made everything harder running. Like everything was just felt in the back of the knee and hammy area. So that was a little different for me, but it's doing a lot better now.
I was going to ask you, how is everything coming along? The season started. How are things progressing in terms of not just your health, but your conditioning and all the things that come along with getting back to the elite level that you are?
Yeah, it's been taking a lot of effort and hard work. I still am slowly getting back into it. I'm able to play, but still trying to get back to like how I felt before. Fitness obviously is a lot harder. It's not as easy as when you're 18 years old. So really just continuing to build on that this season, since it's like a awkward time where I don't really have time to just do fitness. Like it kind of got to play games to get that. And so that's kind of what I've been doing, and just continuing to build off of basically my fitness that I've been doing throughout the summer.
I was going to ask, were you able to do upper body things when your knee was down, or did doctors inform you to just kind of completely step aside?
Yeah, I love lifting, so that was kind of not really a question for me. I kept lifting, getting stronger, beating max and bench and stuff like that, and so just I was pretty much all in as far as lifting goes, unless it was like lower body if I couldn't do it. But for the most part, I could do a lot of things, so that was really nice.
I know guys who played other sports, football, basketball. After one ACL, they gave it up. Definitely after two. After your third one, what keeps you coming back, and not just coming back, but coming back stronger?
I'd say the Lord. He's really shown me grace in the process, and although it like really sucked last season because I had plans of wanting to play pro and all the things, it just allowed me to see like the Lord has a greater plan, and really just trusting in the process, because you just never know what will happen, and life is not something you can always plan for. And so really just leaning on that in that season. But I just love the sport of soccer as well, and I love it. I mean, that's why I'm still doing it, and I just want to like pursue my goals while I can, because in the future I don't want to look back and say, I wish I did that, I wish. And so really just pursuing what I love and hoping to gain even more from it.
You've already graduated. Obviously, you're an amazing soccer player. Has the setbacks made you look beyond the sport of soccer, though, and not necessarily think about hanging up your soccer career, but just think of other options?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Definitely just like this, especially since this rehab process was really hard for me. Like, probably wasn't until 9 months post-op, well, really 10 months, which was like last month, where I was finally feeling a lot better.
Wow.
And so for 10 months, like, it's just, you think about, like, oh, am I going to be able to play again? And that sort of thing, when it's hard. And so I think just continuing to keep my eyes on Jesus and just remembering, like, if it's His will, He'll allow it. But I think just remembering, like, the impact's greater than soccer, because although this season, like, I wasn't planning to come back for college, but through the circumstance of tearing my ACL, like, I was able to go on a mission trip. I was able to impact people that I probably wouldn't be able to impact if I wasn't here in Tennessee. And so just, like, looking at the bigger picture of, like, the impact I can have off the field was something that's really cool. And I got into coaching, which was really fun. And so just being able to, like, impact the next generation and realize, like, it's so much bigger than soccer.
It sounds like, Jaida, your faith supersedes any injury or any setback that you can face.
Yes, for sure.
You are, and I know you're not a selfish player, and I've seen you kind of shy away from this, but you are literally 4 goals away from tying Kylee Rossi's record of goals at the University of Tennessee. Obviously, 5 from breaking the record. As much as you are a team player and as humble as you are, what would it mean for you to be able to set that standard for yourself?
Yeah, I think it would just be amazing and a testament just to see, like, how far you can come, even when you may not think you can do things. Just because, I mean, it's been a journey. My life's been a journey with a lot of things that have happened. And so I think just pursuing what you want and doing what you love, like, it'll naturally come. Like, it wasn't something I was aiming for, but here we are, like, close to beating it. And so that's something that's really cool to look at.
In other sports, sometimes you'll see when a record's close to being broken, there'll be some reach back. Have you talked to Kylee any, or is that something that you haven't crossed that line yet?
Yeah, I've never talked to her, but I do know, like, teammates that have played with her, and they, like, talk to me. And I think, like, she, like, wants me to break it. Like, I think she's, like, super supportive of that. But I haven't, like, personally talked to her, so that would be a cool conversation.
Absolutely. What has it been like for you to just be back out there? You guys are off to a pretty good start. What has it been like for you to be back out there, even though you're not full throttle yet, but just being back with your teammates and back around your coaches?
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome, although, like, I still am trying to, like, get back to normal and that sort of thing. Some days are harder than others, but just continuing to enjoy each moment, small moments, and then just enjoy, like, the process, because this is my last semester in college with the girls I'm with, and so just remembering that, and even though the days are hard, just always remembering, like, there's more, and just trusting in that process, because it can be hard some days, but just thankful I can play again.
Well, Jaida, I am definitely pulling for you. Go break that record. I hope you guys can capture that SEC title. Best of luck to you. Is there anything you want to add before I let you go?
Thank you. I don't think so.
All right. Well, I appreciate the time. Keep